Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Galactic Racing Online. It is by Tavern Entertainment, and it's in early access on Steam right now, currently $13 US. Just a warning for those who may be photosensitive. There is a photosensitivity warning in the game. There might be some flashing lights. In the settings, I didn't see anything that would allow me to turn some of that off, so apologies if some of that happens during the course of this. So I played a little bit of this game just to kind of get a feel for it. I was doing single player. I'm not sure what the multiplayer looks like. This is kind of still a relatively unknown game, so I'm assuming there's not much of a multiplayer yet. But it is a very reminiscent of F-Zero. Doesn't quite capture the same feeling just yet as F-Zero. It's got the look and feel down. Well, it's got the look down. The feel is where it's kind of like not quite, doesn't quite feel like F-Zero felt. This is from someone who loved F-Zero, playing it as a kid on the SNES. And I'm talking about like the original F-Zero, not like the F-Zero GX or whatever it is. I never got to play that. That was on a console I didn't own. But I think we'll jump in. There is a fleshed out single player experience, I guess, that we can take a look at. I've played a little bit of it just to kind of get a feel for it myself. I am using my Xbox controller for this. So you can use controllers, and it does have it will populate your single player with bot, as you can see. So you've got different tracks. I think there's only like 3 that are open initially. Yeah, place first on Lionheart Speedway to unlock, or Lionheart Spaceway. So you have to kind of move your way up as you go. So I think I've placed first at Zagoish Spaceway and the Smorg terminal thing, I think that's why they're green, if I'm not mistaken. And you get experience points and credits and everything for doing this. So you do there is progression right now. So I guess we'll do the Zagoish Spaceway. And then you've got a bunch of ships, and there's a lot of them you have to unlock with like the in-game, credits that you earn from racing. Unfortunately, you only start out, I think, with just the 2. There's Slavenger and the Nomengund, the SC3 and the Nomengund. I've raced both of these, and I can't say that there's really that much difference between them. As you can see, even in the stats, there's not that much difference. The steering is a little bit different. I think on this green one here, the steering, it says the steering's better, but in reality, this like tentacle Cthulhu looking one feels a little bit better in my experience as far as turning goes. So we're going to take this one, and we'll see what we can do here. Been a couple days since I've played, so I'm going to be a little rusty, I imagine. But yeah, so and there's money pickups along the way here. The sides don't slow you down. What does slow you down is bumping your car against the wall. And I think there is some kind of like shield or something that you have, because I have had it like yelling at me at some point for taking too much damage, but I haven't actually like exploded on the track or anything like that, so I don't know what exactly, I don't know if that has any bearings on it or anything like that, because like in F-Zero you had like an energy bar, and every time you hit either the rough or otherwise, it would deplete your energy bar, and then if that went away entirely, you just exploded, kind of thing. There is something going on here with that, kind of, but I've not really experienced it, so I can't tell you. I can tell you that the bots are pretty terrible, at least initially here. They don't really offer that much of a challenge. And then these early tracks too are kind of, I mean, they're a little bit challenging on the turns, but they're not really, you know, I'm not struggling, let's put it that way, to get stuff. I do kind of think though, and I mean obviously it's still early access, so they're still working on it, but one piece of feedback I would give though is I do think they should start you out with more than just 2 ships, because I feel like a racing game lives and dies by its mechanics, right? And being able to race a couple different ships that are like vastly different from one another, like the 2 that you get for free aren't different enough from one another, I feel like. So if you have a whole lot of things that you can kind of race against, you can get a feel for, you can kind of see where you're going there. So all right, we got first, obviously. And it does pop you back to the menu again, which is also not fun. It should really put you back into the select track or something. But again, it's early, so I'm not... So let's see, we got to place first on Lionheart Spaceway. So I don't think I've done this thing yet, so let's do it. And we'll take the green one, so you can kind of see the difference here. It doesn't... There's no real feeling of difference when I drive them, and I think that's the one maybe mechanical downfall right now, is that there's no the game feels very floaty. Which I know is a weird thing to say because we're doing hover cars and everything, but Jesus, okay, I'm obviously this is my first time on this track. Wow. So because I'm bouncing all over the place, the AI is actually giving me a run here. There are breaks, sort of, but I found that if you want to maintain control, better control, it's better to just like let off the accelerator than it is to try and brake for some of these things. He says as he bounces off of every single wall. I mean, the sense of speed is here, although they could still do some more, I think, in that regard. So you definitely have definitely feels like you're going fast. I think the one problem though is I couldn't tell you, like right now it says I'm going 400 and whatever. A lot of this bouncing off the wall is because I am having trouble judging what speed I'm actually at without looking at the right hand bottom of the screen, right? Like in a more mainstream racing game, like after you've played it for a little bit, you can start to really get a sense for the speed without having to look at the speedometer. Like you can tell, like, hey, I'm coming into this corner way too fast, and that's a little bit difficult in this game. It's not impossible, certainly, but it is definitely more difficult because, and I think it's just maybe not the track design, but I think it's just the visuals of the track. Like it's hard to really tell how fast something is coming up on you until it's right up on you. And it's really hard to tell like how fast you're going relative to normal. So hopefully they can figure out a way to kind of balance that out. I don't know. I mean, that kind of gets into a lot of psychology and stuff. Like, how do you give people that sense of speed and whatnot? And I don't know the answer to that, because all I know is I've seen it done right and I've seen it done not so right. You know what I mean? So I don't know what. Like if I were to point at a game that I think does it right, it would be like the recent Grid Legends. It would be like the Forza Horizon series does it really well. You know, with getting that sense of speed and how fast you are going into a turn and stuff. So I don't know how they actually manage that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what design went into that. I just know that in those games it works. Like I can tell I'm going too fast into a corner without having to look to see what my speed is, you know, usually. Again, they also, I mean, having said that, they also suffer from that in some of their tracks, right? Some of their tracks it's harder to determine than others. But I think the track design and the look and feel of the track kind of plays some kind of role in it. But I couldn't tell you what exactly about it does that. And to be fair, a game similar to this where I had problems with trying to figure out speed was now I'm trying to remember the name of it. I want to say it was called Drift, maybe? Was that the name of it? It was similar to this. It was like a sort of independently, it was a student-made game that then, after they got out of college, they formed a studio and made like a production game out of it. And the car was like, as you could, the car could fly, and it was on sort of these like computery like tracks like this, and it could you know, speedometer and everything was on the back of the car and stuff. That was like the UI and stuff. I can't think of the name of it. It's like, I want to say it was like Drift or something like that. Or it was, I think it started with a D. It was like Drive or something. I forget. But that one I also had a lot of problems with trying to determine what kind of speed I was going at and whatnot as we're going along it. I don't know why some of these are select shows up green and some of them shows up blue. I thought it meant that I didn't come in first, but I've definitely come in first on all of these. I mean, this one I came in second, you can see it there, but for top race times. But no idea. Sigua Samoga is the next track. Can we afford? This one is 18,000 is the next one, the next ship. Yeah, I mean that's kind of a you definitely need to be able to have more than just two unlocked at the beginning. And I could see, like, you know, being in early access, they got a ways to go probably yet. So it makes sense in early access to only have the two, because you probably don't have all of them worked out just yet, and that's fine. But it's just something to keep in mind, that you'll be judged by what kind of variety of, you know, vehicles are in the game and stuff. And the more variety you can give the users up front, the more likely they'll stick around long enough to unlock the other ones. You know what I mean? To see even more. But you definitely got the look and feel. You've definitely got down. I mean the style, I should say, you got down. Look and feel. Some of these tracks might be a little bit busy in that regard, but at least you've got the style down. The music's been pretty good. It definitely fits the atmosphere, so that's nice. Okay. I also think maybe you should vary the locations of those little extra money drops each lap. Like having them in the same place every lap. I mean, I know they're in different places and different tracks, but it would be kind of nice to have them in different places each lap, so you kind of have a better shot at them at times. Though I can understand that, you know, keeping them there too, because you want people to memorize the track and stuff and memorize where those things are. But it would be kind of nice if they, like, you could memorize where it is on each lap, maybe. You know, if it's in the same spot each lap. So when you replay, you can do it that way. Because I imagine, you know, you're going to be replaying these tracks often, just to grind for ships here. So we'll take that one again. I like this one. It just kind of, the steering is a little bit better, I feel like. Or at least it's a little more responsive, I should say. Yeah, a little bit of camera issues there. We're gonna have to figure that out on this track, because the camera was kind of jumping around a little bit. You can see it. You can see it kind of. Not actually. It's not even the camera. I don't think it's just there's something about the track that's making your ship kind of jitter a little bit. You might want to take a look at that. See, this is more like it. I think the other track, as much as I like the music, I think the other two tracks were a little too cerebral with the music, and I kind of like this music has a little more. Ooh, yeah, there's something going on there with that. I think that might even be the camera's just struggling to keep up. But I think you definitely want more music tracks like this one that are kind of more upbeat tone and like you know, action, because the other ones, I mean, there was nothing wrong with those other music tracks, but they were a little too, I feel like, a little too subtle for the action that was going on. Like, it's good to be sort of cerebral like that, but you can be cerebral and be awake, I guess. You know, you're not putting your racers to sleep. Oh yeah, there's something with that one corner there that's really messed up. I think it's definitely. I think it feels like it's actually the camera that is messing up there. Like the camera's having trouble keeping up. So maybe there's some kind of geometry or something that's causing it to jump around. But yeah, there we go. 239 on that one. What's under extras? Galactic music. Oh, here we go. Here's the music player. Well, that's a nice touch. Let's see what kind of tracks they have. Why is it taking so long to load it? Didn't it already have all the music? That's weird. Maybe it's loading the actual textures for the music player itself, because I would think it has all the music already on disk. Okay, well there's one. Spaceway is our circuit. Yeah, see, Lionheart circuit, see, it's too subtle. Oh, I guess it was downloading backgrounds. Yeah, okay, that's probably what it was. Alright, that's one that... Is this one okay? Yeah, this is probably the first track that I don't like. Railways Trail. This one sounds like it was sampled badly. Sounds like it's got like a lot of noise in it. Okay, how do I go back? I guess it doesn't. You can't do it with. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was maybe you couldn't do it with the controller. Yeah, the Gork Walks track, 3 laps. 18,000. Still don't have enough. We're going through a bunch of tracks now, and I still don't have enough for the next ship. Yeah, they're definitely going to want to take a look at that. Another thing, I mean, you want to reward your players, you know, on a fairly consistent basis, right? Like they don't have to have something every track, but at the very beginning, you want to give them some early rewards relatively quickly, that they can, you know, it kind of primes the pump and gets them ready for, you know, to grind out the other ones, you know, later on, kind of thing. I mean, otherwise it's competent. I mean, my driving notwithstanding, everything's pretty good here. I mean, like I said, the AI is kind of terrible, but at least it's not rubber banding. I can say that much. This is the first, and actually the price on that one was backwards. I might want to take a look at that too. I can say this is the first racing game I played in a long time where the AI wasn't rubber banding past me. So that's good. I hope they keep that. I hope they just make the AI more competent, not cheat by rubber banding through you and past you. Hopefully that will be the case. See that? 100 is straight away. There's one here. I think that's backwards. The money, the $100 is... Yeah, that one there. It's facing the other way. In fact, I don't even think that said $100. I think that said 100 pounds. I think that had a pound symbol on it. Okay. Very good. Global rank 3rd, huh? What else we have? The Me Too circuit? Does that not have a picture? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's try it out. Let's see. Still don't have enough. It looks like I'll have enough after this one, maybe? Oh, okay. A little bit of a... Looks like suddenly everyone's pretty good here. A little bit of a difficulty spike. Okay, we're actually having a race here for a change. I wonder why. I guess they're testing different AI for different tracks or something. I'm wondering why the AI is more competent at this track than it is at the other ones. I mean, they're actually keeping up with me on this one, whereas the other tracks, I've left them in, they weren't even on the mini-map. It's hard to see that one coming up. Go. It was ugly as hell, but he did it. Got 1,500 credits, which is probably not enough for the next ship, is it? Oh, it is just enough. Okay, let's buy this one. Try this one out. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of a bug there where you go under those arches and it says you're going the wrong direction. So they have a little track problem there. It was flashing up real fast. Wow, this ship is freaking fantastic. Holy crap. Where has this been all my life? that pops up again. I didn't see it that time. Maybe it was just the angle in which I was going through there or something. Maybe it was just a single, maybe it was just something about the first lap or something. I think it was saying wrong direction. I think it was what it was flashing, but I'm not, maybe I was seeing that wrong. Maybe my eyes are just going. It's possible. Oh no, there, it just happened again. The wrong direction kept flashing up. Alright, so I'm not going crazy. It's just you have to be in the center of the track to see it, looks like. Oh yeah, man, this ship is fantastic. Holy crap. Bam. 213. Still only global rank 2, though. Alright. Let's see what our statistics are. Our XP, how many credits we have right now. Unlocked 1 ship, 11 wins, 11 races. We're 100% on the win ratio here. At least this session anyway. It seems like it resets every session. Because I definitely had, I think in a past session, I definitely had a loss there somewhere. Multiplayer, I'm guessing, yeah, I don't think there's going to be anybody online do that, unfortunately. But I'm glad they have a single player so you can kind of get a good feel for what the game is all about and all that stuff. But yeah, my friends, this has been Galactic Racing Online. It is by Tavern Entertainment. It's in early access on Steam right now for $13 US. It's pretty good. I mean, it's got a good start here. I hope they stick with it and kind of make it into something special. You know, I'm glad that they have a single player. Hopefully they'll have sort of a story-ish mode. That would be kind of nice. Like, I mean, you don't have to have a story, but if you had like a career mode or something where you could, you know, see all the things you unlocked and all that stuff, I mean, that'd be kind of nice. For, you know, progression's sake and all that stuff. But, yeah, and hopefully they can work on the AI bots a bit, make it a little more challenging. But other than that, it's got a good start, and I hope it continues on into the future. And I hope others see this and go play with it, because it's one of those things where, you know, I try to find games that the real YouTubers, the ones that, you know, actually do YouTube correctly, haven't run across yet. I'm trying to like spotlight those. So this is definitely on my list, and it only has 4 reviews at this point, so hopefully more people will go check it out. But that is it for me, my friends. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.